I've been requested to step in and assist. Let me just take this opportunity to welcome all of you now that you are settled and officially start this wonderful program. I can see that already all of you are looking excellent. The spirit of excellence is in the room, because they say excellence should be just about everything that you do. Even how you dress is the way you are going to be addressed. How you sit, it's a statement in actual fact. So I see all of you this evening are looking beautiful, are looking exquisite. So let's take this moment and enjoy the evening. Let me start by recognizing, I see members of the University Council led by Ntate Pandelani Nofolobotwe. I see the Vice Chancellor and Principal, Prof. Matlo Mokhalong, the DVCs, for teaching and learning, Prof. Madaje, for research, innovation and partnerships, Prof. Mutiba, the University Registrar, Malumia Anantate Masha, Executive Deans of Faculty. I like the table arrangement. I can be able to see you without the acknowledgement list. I see Prof. for the Humanities, Prof. Mautu. I see for Management and Law, Prof. Sibanda. Let me also recognize that of school, head of departments, and those that brought us here together because of their excellent work, those who are involved in the teaching and learning, those who go all out to break the glass ceiling, those who reach new frontiers, the researchers, you are the determiners of the future. Let me also recognize, I see the Director of Center for Academic Excellence. I see Dr. Mabila there. Those who are engaged within the environs of the university to make sure that the university remains relevant. After 65 years of existence, when people look at the university, are able to relate and say, this university has impacted me in one other. We also recognize that your laboratory work extends beyond the walls of the university and actually solve the problems that plague our communities. That's what developmental needs mean as one of our mission statements. Ladies and gentlemen, I know there are spouses who are here accompanying your excellent partners, as well as the SRC past and present. I see you. You are all welcome. This is the evening of excellence. I'm not going to take much time here. My task here is very simple. It's to call people who actually are supposed to speak. So mine is just to call them. You have programs in front of you. And I would just go into it and request the UL choristers to give us an item as we prepare to call the Deputy Vice Chancellor for Teaching and Learning, Professor Richard Madaje, to tell us exactly what this day means for all of us here and acknowledge the rest of the guests who are here. Choir. Maybe you may give us a musical item while the choir is preparing. Prof. Madaj.
Program Director, Mr. Murerwa, the Vice Chancellor and the Principal, Professor Mohalong, Chairperson of Council, Mr. Panderani Neforobodwe, and all members of Council present here today, members of executive management, all of them, heads of departments, all external guests, members of the organizing committee under the leadership of Dr. Mabila, academics and support staff, marketing and communication staff, the media, all external guests, the SRC, the choir, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. Good evening. We seem to be said, good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, to echo Mr. Murera, you all look fabulous. Can you give yourselves a big round of applause? Program Director, it's a great honor and pleasure for me to acknowledge the presence of the Vice Chancellor at this function tonight. This is so befitting because the awards are his brainchild. He conceptualized them and brought them to reality to advance the academic project of the university. As Ntate Murera had already indicated, we are mandated to provide quality education with teaching and learning, research and community engagement as its pillars. This tallies excellently with Warren Benny's words when he says, leadership is the capacity to translate a vision into reality. A special word of acknowledgement is reserved for council members who are present here today, namely Mr. Panderani Neforobo, the Chairperson of Council, Dr. Nukane, Member of Council, Ms. Banzi, Member of Council, Advocate Bongo, Member of Council, Ms. Mbani, also a Member of Council. Their support is highly appreciated. They are not leaders who run away. They are always with us to support us in all endeavors. And from that, we can only grow from strength to strength in our academic project. Program Director, also allow me to acknowledge the Standard Bank. I'm not sure whether its officials are present here, but it's critical that we acknowledge them because I learn they do sponsor many activities at the university. We also acknowledge the presence of all members of executive, in this case consisting of the acting Deputy Vice Chancellor for Research, Innovation and Partnerships, Professor Mutiba, the Registrar, Professor Masha, Executive Deans, all of them, Professor Mautu, Prof. Siweya, Prof. Sibanda, and Prof. Bupape in an acting capacity, all executive directors who are present today. I have seen Dr. Mwepe, Executive Director of Quality Assurance. I have seen Mr. Victor Homoswana, Executive Director of Marketing and Communication. I've also seen the Chief Financial Officer in an acting capacity, Ms. Masete. I've also seen many directors of school. The list is long, but we do appreciate their presence, and of course, heads of department. I regard them as the cooks, because without heads of department, it will be very difficult to achieve our goals. I also have to acknowledge the presence of the Chief Human Resource Officer. I have not seen him as yet, but I trust he will join us along the way. And also in our midst, we also have Alumni and Convocational Association representatives from the Limpopo chapter, namely Ntate Nkadimeni, who's the president of the chapter here in the province, Ntate or Tatana Maluleka, member of the Limpopo chapter, Ntate Libisi, executive member of Limpopo chapter, as well as Mr. Livia, executive member of Limpopo chapter. I think it's only fair for me to also recognize the presence of Ms. Mukoni from the office of the Premier. We highly appreciate their support all the time. In the same breath, I will include Ntate Makudu from TDP SITA, represented here by Ntate Makudu. We acknowledge your presence, sir. And of course, all academics in their various capacities, starting from junior lecturers up to senior professors. And of course, this function is a result of your hard work. We therefore highly appreciate your presence, and all support staff in their various capacities and divisions. We also note your presence. All of you are an important stakeholder of the university. I'm not here to give a long speech. I'm just about to wrap up, but I think it is proper, as Ntate Murera said, that I should indicate why we are here. The university has introduced the Vice Chancellor's Excellent Awards for quite some time now for teaching and learning, which means if you are a lecturer, you are a teacher, and you have to be very good. And I trust all of us here are good teachers. And if you are an academic, you are also a researcher. You should publish in accredited journals so that then you become a distinguished scholar. And as an institution, we are not an island. We interact with our various communities nearby and far away by taking part in many projects to uplift our communities. That is why our motto is finding solutions for Africa. Among others, these awards are meant to motivate staff in their work. Just imagine if you are working so hard and nobody says anything. The Vice Chancellor's fit that those who are working hard should be motivated. The awards are meant to promote excellence in teaching and learning. I've already alluded to this, research and community engagement. They are also meant to acknowledge and reward praiseworthy achievement. As I said, just imagine if you have published 100 articles and we don't say anything about them. How are you going to feel? You are not going to feel happy. I trust you will be very sad. So the Vice Chancellor saw it proper that we must motivate our academics to publish more so that as an institution, we become one of the best institutions in the country and even internationally. The awards are also meant to foster groundbreaking research and innovative educational modes. As you are aware, these days we employ the hybrid mode. If you are a good teacher, you would know what I'm referring to. We use technology. You might be surprised, why am I reading from a hard copy? And you might think I'm not well versed in technology. I am well versed in technology, and I know all the gadgets and all the equipment and all types of software. It's only that I learned from one of my teachers in the past, and may God bless his soul, Professor Mawasha, who said for him and for things to mean something, they must flow through his brains, through the hand, onto a hard copy. That's why then I'm using this hard copy. In a nutshell, that is the purpose of the awards, to acknowledge good work of academics and even support staff who take part in all these activities. And I've seen on the program, the Vice Chancellor is still going to speak, and I trust he will augment what I've already said. So mine was to acknowledge everybody. I may not have mentioned you by name. Please take it that we have seen you, we have acknowledged you, and we highly appreciate your presence. And as always, the choir, I trust is around, and I'll also like to acknowledge it, and even Professor Matsibatlela, who is the conductor, and his colleagues. Once more, on behalf of the Vice Chancellor, we wish you a wonderful awards function. Nakenza.
I was waiting for so long for a miracle to come. Everyone told me to be strong. And don't shed a tear through the darkness.
plea from Africa. It bodes well with our vision of finding solutions for Africa. One may say it's a very bold statement. How can a university in the far north be able to reach or find solutions for such a continent that is plagued by so many issues that SDGs address? But what I like is the corridor to solving this, to finding these solutions. It's in our communities. And one of the categories tonight is community engagement. That's where you start, the doorway to us finding all of these solutions. That is the UL choristers. The song was a plea for Africa, a symphony. For those who will need restrooms, to my far right, just behind that banner there, there are doors to the restrooms as we continue with the night. And Prof, when you mentioned the purpose, there's what I liked. When I look around the room, I see the young ones who are actually here to see those who teach them every day or those who supervise them, either being going to be awardees or either they have been nominated. That in itself, it's a win. I think let's appreciate all those who are nominated. Because Albert Einstein says, don't strive so much for success, but be of value. Let your work create so much value that everyone will look at what you have done and say, I want to get there. I guess that's the inspiration that the master students that I see here are getting today, and will be able to replicate this for the future and development of the university. As we move along with our program, it is going to be a keynote address by the chief ambassador of this evening, that is the Vice Chancellor and Principal, Professor Matlo Mokhalong. Maybe the UL Symphony, because you were supposed to render 2 items, you can usher Prof. Mokhalong to give us a keynote address. In radio DJ, we say there should not be a dead air. So when the choir prepares to come, you play music soft.
must come and my heart burden be, then I am still and waiting in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can do.
Good evening. I thought I can do this without the assistance of the program director. You know, when they welcome you, at times they say even things you don't know and things you don't want to hear. So that's why I thought, let me do it myself. Good evening, esteemed ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues, my bosses there where I'm seated, honored nominees, and esteemed members of the University of Limpopo community. Last year, when we were doing these honors, somewhere it was mooted that shouldn't we look at our other colleagues in the support divisions? Surely there's something they are doing which deserves recognition. I'm saying this because we have got wonders at the University of Limpopo who are doing wonderful things. Much as I wanted to thank Professor Mautu for looking for funds to train upcoming female leaders. And I think she deserves a round of applause. She spent almost the whole week here coming female academic leaders. We have got many successes at the university. I'm looking at you, Mulatelo Mahapa, that you didn't, after getting your law degree, desert us, our students. And last year we were proud of welcoming them when they came back. Where were they? Holland. We're having got first positions there in dancing. Over the past weekend, sadly it was a sad occasion during the funeral of former Minister and the 8th Governor of the Reserve Bank. Those who watched this, there was a young lady doing sign language interpretation. That young lady is employed by University of Limpopo. So I'm saying there are more people who can be acknowledged and rewarded. There's a lady, Mama Punya, over 60. She got a gold medal at the Comrades for having beaten all the female over 60s at the Comrades. And she's continuing to win races even in between the Comrades. That's why I say we're doing a lot of good things. Because I'm going to ask for something from her, the CFO managed to guide us, I don't know into the how many clean audit as an institution, which shows that we're doing something right. And now that I'm going to ask for something from her, your lack of applause means I shouldn't go. So, it is with great pride and my singular privilege that I should be addressing you this evening at the Vice Chancellor's Excellence Awards ceremony. It is fitting that tonight, in a year in which the highest sporting achievements have been celebrated during the Olympic Games, we gather to honor the outstanding individuals. We gather to honor the outstanding individuals who embody our own institution's core values: excellence in teaching, research and community engagement, you name it. Hall of Famer and revered football coach Vince Lombardi once said, "Perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence." We have a colleague who will always say, you can never reach a stage where you say you have attained quality. Quality, you must always strive to do better than what you did. Some people have put it differently, such as aim for the stars, so that if you miss, you land on the clouds. Still, there are skeptics or even cynics who would say that perfection is overrated. In an era characterized by rapid transformation and multifaceted challenges, universities must stand as pillars of innovation, discovery, and societal advancement. This evening, we celebrate those who have not only embraced these ideals, but have excelled in doing so, setting new and high standards for what it means to pursue excellence. Excellence, as we know, is not a momentary achievement, but a sustained commitment. It is the daily resolve to transcend expectations, challenge boundaries, inspire others, and create lasting impact. As we look around in this room, I'm inspired by the many individuals who live out this commitment every day. How may we then characterize that elusive phenomenon called excellence? Well, it may mean something to different individuals, or it may mean all of the following. It is a beacon. Excellence is like a beacon guiding others towards higher standards and illuminating the path to success, even in moments of uncertainty and darkness. It is a river. Excellence can be likened to a river that with persistence carves its way through the hard rock. It symbolizes constant flow and determination, shaping its surroundings over time. Excellence can be like a fine-honed blade. Just as a blade requires careful sharpening to remain effective, excellence requires ongoing refinement and attention to detail in order to maintain its cutting edge. It can be a mountain peak. Excellence is like a mountain peak, challenging to reach, but offering a broad, clear perspective and a sense of achievement for those who persevere. It can be a lighthouse. Similar to a beacon, excellence stands tall amid storms and challenges, offering stability, guidance, and inspiration to others striving to reach their goals. Excellence can be likened to a flame. Excellence can be seen as a flame ever burning, vibrant, and capable of igniting passion and drive in those who come near it. We are here to honor those among us who preoccupy themselves with nothing but the best. They invest their talent, optimum effort, and mindfulness to the core business of the University of Limpopo in the academic project. They concern themselves around the clock with how to take teaching and learning to its stratospheric best. They single-mindedly pursue research and engage scholarship at every turn to give expression to our motto, finding solutions for Africa. Their mindset is the triangulation of all three of our core mandates: teaching and learning, research, and community engagement. I must hasten to add that there will be winners and runner-ups, but in the spirit that Lombardi said, it is not about attaining perfection or getting or to beat others in the competition. It's about what superstar mountain climber loves to tell those who chase the thrill of summiting Mount Kilimanjaro, Mount Everest, and other famous peaks of the world. Sibusiso Villani is a Mpumalanga-born game ranger who became a world sensation for summiting the highest peaks on each of the 7 continents. He likes to remind fellow mountaineers when they get too excited or overconfident about their triumph at the summit that you do not conquer the mountain, but you conquer yourself. Service excellence signifies the setting of lofty performance targets for ourselves, then pursuing them with unfailing tenacity until we achieve them, and then raising the bar even higher. That takes the ability and courage to conquer our self-doubt, negativity, and mediocrity. To our nominees for teaching excellence, you have turned classrooms into vibrant spaces of creativity and critical inquiry. Your role extends far beyond the dissemination of information. You ignite curiosity, cultivate critical thinking, and shape the leaders of tomorrow. In a time where information is readily available, you have shown that true education lies not merely in teaching facts, but in developing the intellectual tools that empower students to think independently, to influence. The influence of your work will ripple across generations as your students go on to shape the future. To our nominees in research excellence, your quest for knowledge has pushed the boundaries of understanding, challenged established paradigms, and yielding discoveries that will resonate beyond the academic world. Your scholarly contribution have not only advanced your perspective, your respective fields, but have also elevated our university standing on the national stage. Through your research, you remind us that pursuit of knowledge is not just about answers. It is about asking profound questions and having the courage to follow them to the furthest conclusion. To our community engagement nominees, you have demonstrated that the university's role extends beyond the classroom, beyond the campus gates. Through your endeavors, you have forged meaningful connections between academic knowledge and societal needs. Your initiatives have built bridges, fostering partnership that benefit both the institute define what we mean by community engagement. Fighting for tenders, certainly not part of it. Your work exemplifies the idea that true excellence includes a commitment to serving and uplifting others. This evening's celebration is not merely a recognition of individual achievement, but a reflection of the collaborative spirit that is at the heart of our university, serving behind every nominee stands a network of support. This evening's celebration is not merely a recognition of individual achievement, but a reflection of the collaborative spirit that is at the heart of our university. Remember, behind every nominee stands a network of supporting colleagues, students, and community members who have played a role in their success. As we celebrate this remarkable achievement tonight, let us remember that excellence is an ongoing journey, not a final destination. The contributions we honor today will serve as inspiration for others to aim higher, dream bigger, and work harder in their pursuit for greatness. To all our nominees, you exemplify the very best of academic rigor, innovation, and societal responsibility. Your work makes us proud, challenges us to think, and most importantly, elevates us all. Thank you for your dedication, your creativity, and your steadfast commitment to excellence. Let us celebrate not only your past accomplishments, but the ever greater successes that surely lie ahead. Congratulations to all, and thank you for bringing the university to this. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Prof, for your words of encouragement. And I think one thing that must remain in their minds is that you do not negotiate excellence. And it's not something that you just happen to do and you are done with it. It's a repetition of good deeds until it becomes a habit, until everything that you do is just excellent without you having to think a lot about it. And that's how perhaps we can be able to aim for the stars so we never get to the ground. And one thing that complements this beautiful speech is that if you want the prestige of a university, you have to look at the fruits it has produced. You have to look around. If they don't mention alumni who are doing well out there, it means the reputation that you want of excellence is not achieved. So as they serve status, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to allow the choir, the UL Symphony, to give us melodies as we also allow the organizing team to prepare for the next item, which is the awarding of excellence in research, in teaching and learning, and in community engagement. Colleagues who are organizing, you may kindly begin lining up for the awards. Do not be part of the people who are starting with the status. By the time I call you, you might say we are still eating. I may not even see where you are. But ladies and gentlemen, maybe even in the meantime, let's also recognize our beautiful symphony, because maybe some of you do not know who they are, who these voices are. We have got Portia, Malapani, if you wave and they see who you are. And we have got Buitumelo, Tianyane. I guess most of you are now used to this beautiful voice. We have got Paulina, Muningi, and we have got our pianist, John Manamela, as well as Tapelo Khanyaga, who's our flutist. So let's appreciate and enjoy the music for a moment as we prepare to get into the business of the day, which is awarding excellence. And once again, congratulations for all of you who are nominated. That means you are already excellent in what you do. Whether you win or not, just that gong to say you are a nominee means a lot to the university, because you are part of a big family, a generation that is building the legacy of this university that is currently 65 years old. And besides the name of the university, is alumni and having 2 sitting presidents at some point. I think we had 7 judges president out of 9 in the country. You can see how of a great institution this is. So being part of this generation of leaders who are poised to succeed is something that you should not take for granted. Choir.
Vive lì per 10 anni.
was how to shoot somebody who was real. It's not a cry that you hear at night. It's not someone who was in the light. It's a call and it's a broken hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
Thank you, choir. I would ask them to give a round of applause, but because the hands are busy, I know deep down inside their heart they're actually applauding. Oh, you're already done with your status. All right, I'm allowing the choir to start as you finish then. Borrowing from the words of John Dewey, he says, if we teach today's students as we taught yesterday's, we rob them of tomorrow. If we teach today's students as we taught yesterday's students, we actually are robbing them of tomorrow. Basically, it means the teaching and learning project, it's not about doing what you always do forever. So as a teacher, you always have to go and find the best ways, implement best teaching practice in order to produce students who are relevant for that particular market. So the next category, which is our first category, is precisely to award this kind of teachers who do not repeat for over time the same things, because they understand as times change, even the content of their teaching will need to adapt to those changing times. As I call to the stage the Director of Center for Academic Excellence, Professor Owens Chabaya, to come and render the first category of the awards, that is Excellence Awards in Teaching and Learning. I would also like to say congratulations to all the teachers. The only way that you can achieve excellence is when your students are actually excellent in what they do, because they would have taken what you taught into practice, and their peers out there are able to see. DJ, please usher Prof. Chabaya to the stage. Those who are assisting Prof. Chabaya with the awards, please be ready as well.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. I would like to start by acknowledging the following. The University of Limpopo Council members here present, the Vice Chancellor and Principal of the University of Limpopo, Professor Mohalong, the University Registrar, Professor Masha, the DVC Teaching and Learning, Professor Madache, the DVC Research, Innovation and Partnership, Professor Motiba, the EMC members, the ECS members, executive deans here present, directors and school directors here present, head of departments here present, University of Limpopo staff and students, the 2024 VC Excellence Awards applicants, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, once more, good morning, good evening. I'm already in the morning. Okay. It is my privilege and indeed an honor to present to you the 2024 Vice Chancellor's Excellence Awards winners from the Teaching and Learning section. These awards are presented annually with the purpose of acknowledging excellence in the scholarship of teaching and learning as it contributes to quality teaching in one's discipline. In this category, we are paying tribute to the relentless pursuit of knowledge, innovation, and teaching excellence that define the essence of University of Limpopo. The awards symbolize our commitment to fostering a culture of excellence in education and a dedication to nurturing the next generation of thinkers, leaders, and visionaries. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the pleasure to present to you members of staff who have shown tireless efforts, creativity, and innovation in turning themselves into outstanding university teachers, and were able to share best practice in their teaching, which they presented in the form of a portfolio. The award has two categories. There is one category which we call the established teacher category. This one is where you find university teachers who have 10 years or more of teaching experience in higher education. Then the second category is the upcoming teacher category. And these are members of staff who have less than 10 years teaching experience in higher education. So at this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, may I kindly invite the Vice Chancellor and Principal of the University of Limpopo, Professor Mokhalong, to come and present prizes to our winners. May I also invite the council member by the name of Advocate Bongo to come and assist the principal, the vice principal, the vice chancellor, to come and assist at the stage. I will start with the upcoming teacher category. And the first award is an upcoming teacher at school level. First prize, and it is a prize of 10,000 rand. And it's going to the School of Accountancy, Faculty of Management and Law. And may I also request Professor Svanda to come and assist. Yeah? And the person is Miss Kosa Tandekile.
Ms. Tandekile Khoza, a lecturer in the School of Accountancy at the University of Limpopo since 2015, is a strong advocate for the flipped classroom approach. In this method, she empowers students to lead discussions and facilitate classes, encouraging active engagement and peer learning. She teaches 2 modules in the Bachelor of Accountancy program and finds fulfillment in seeing her former students thrive in the corporate world as professional accountants.
prize. The second prize is upcoming teacher at school level, and also has a prize of 10,000 rand, and is from the School of Education, Faculty of Humanities, and the person is Dr. Mabasa Manganyi Basan. And can I invite Professor Maoto? Can you come and congratulate her?
Dr. Basani Mabasa Manganyi, a senior lecturer in the School of Education at the University of Limpopo, is a leading figure in language education and literacy, especially in the foundation phase literacy in Xitsonga. Since 2018, her constructivist approach has encouraged students to actively engage with new knowledge, fostering a rich learning environment. She also integrates critical social theory, motivating students to become dynamic educators aligned with the university's values of
The next award is an upcoming teacher at school level, and it has got a prize of 10,000 rand, and it goes to the School of Physical and Mineral Sciences, Faculty of Agriculture. May I invite Professor Sueya to come and congratulate the winner. And the winner is Mr. Mbokane
upcoming-
Bafana Njabulo.
teacher at school level. Njabulo Mbokani, lecturer, School of Physical and Mineral Science. Mr. Njabulo Mbokani, a lecturer at the University of Limpopo in the School of Physical and Mineral Science, teaches undergraduate chemistry using an innovative approach grounded in social learning theory, which emphasizes collaboration and peer knowledge exchange. Since 2020, he has fostered an interactive environment where students learn not only from him, but also from each other, inspired by the influence of social media on today's learners.
The next one is an upcoming teacher at school level. First prize, 10,000 rand. And this goes again to the School of Education, Faculty of Humanities. Professor Maoto, can you come back again? And the name is Dr. Masoha Pala Wesley.
Dr. Pala Wesley Masora, senior lecturer, School of Education. As a senior lecturer in physical Dr. science Pala education Wesley at the Masora, University of Limpopo since
senior
2019,
lecturer,
School of Education significantly impacted his students. He employs Kolb's experimental learning theory, promotes active real-world learning while integrating Vygotsky's constructivism and humanism to foster student-centered teaching. Dr. Masora teaches undergraduate and postgraduate courses, creating an interactive environment where students regularly present solutions to problems.
Okay. Right, we are moving on to the next category. That is the established teacher category. And can I invite May Pansy to come and assist? She's a member of the University Council. Now, in this category, the first award is an established teacher at school level, but this is a second prize of 8,000 rand. It goes to the Healthcare Sciences, School of Healthcare Sciences, Faculty of Health Sciences, and I would like to invite Professor Abopape to come and congratulate the winner. And the winner is Motapo Choni.
Choni Mawana Motapo, lecturer, School of Healthcare Sciences, established teacher at school level. Since joining the University of Limpopo in 2002 as a lab assistant and becoming a lecturer in 2011, Ms. Mawana Motapo has emerged as an outstanding educator in foods and food sciences within the School of Healthcare Sciences. Her innovative teaching methods blend theoretical knowledge with practical application, ensuring students can apply concepts in real-world contexts. What sets Ms. Motapo apart is her emphasis on entrepreneurial thinking. She encourages students to identify business opportunities related to their studies, equipping
We move on to the second one, established teacher at school level. This one is a first prize at school level of 10,000 rand. And this one goes to the School of Healthcare Sciences again, Faculty of Health Sciences. And it's Miss Cleane Rosina.
Ms. Marcia Tliani, a dedicated lecturer at the Department of Human Nutrition and Dietetics at the University of Limpopo since 2006, has evolved her teaching style from a traditional, teacher-led approach to one that emphasizes student engagement. She focuses on fostering an interactive and supportive learning environment, encouraging students to actively participate and apply what they learn to real-world scenarios.
Okay, the next one is also established teacher at school level. First prize of 10,000 rand, and it goes to the School of Molecular and Life Sciences, Faculty of Science and Agriculture. Professor Sueya, may you come and congratulate the winner? And the winner is Miss Senyatsi Hansa Ucho.
Ms. Kuzo Sinyatsi, an academic literacy lecturer in the Department of Physiology and Environmental Health at the University of Limpopo since 2013, employs a constructivist teaching approach. She believes learning is an active process where students engage deeply, ask questions, and connect new information to real-world applications. Known for her unique motivational method, she dedicates the last 10 minutes of each lesson to live talks, addressing students' personal and academic concerns.
Then our last one, the best established teacher in the university. Prize of 50,000 rand. And it goes to the, before I mention the faculty, may I call upon the council chairperson, Mr. Nevolovodwe, to come to the stage and also congratulate the winner.
D'ici ou d'ailleurs, nous sommes des enfants d'Afrique. Même si le ciel tombait, luttons pour la paix. Konjamu Africa, mom laïnyan. Mandejamu Africa, moi sunyo natange.
And this prize goes to the School of Agriculture and Environmental Science, Faculty of Science and Agriculture, and the person is Professor Senyolo Mampatla.
Prof. Mapatla Signolo, an associate professor in agricultural economics, School of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, has been shaping future leaders since 2009. Her unique teaching methods blend behaviorism, cognitivism, constructivism, and reflective learning to meet the diverse needs of her students. She believes each student is unique and fosters an inclusive environment that encourages critical thinking, problem solving, and self-expression. Professor Signolo engages students with the welcoming language and tailored teaching methods, creating a supportive space for learning. Her commitment to personal and academic growth, along with her dedication to open communication and feedback, makes her an outstanding educator.
Okay, thank you. Right, ladies and gentlemen, those were the awards from the teaching and learning category. And I want to thank all of you for promoting teaching and learning at the University of Limpopo. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof. Chabaya. Let us give them a resounding applause. And congratulations to all the winners in the teaching and learning category. Those who were nominated with them, congratulations as well for being nominated. There is a say that normally people who, or academics who go out to research, speak to themselves at conferences and they use big English. Those who don't understand would say, they say nothing in many words, because it is difficult to translate what they are saying at conferences to the layman, whose solution actually should be coming from those articles, from those lab tests, and all the teaching and learning. So, but at the core of our business in the university, I think strategically community engagement is in the middle. That shows that whatever that we do, it boils down to the community. It boils down to finding solutions to the different challenges that we are having. So the next category is the one that acknowledges the hard work of these scholars who do not end in the labs, who go out and try to engage the communities and say, but this and that you complain about, here is a solution. Come to the university, let's work together towards building a long-lasting impact that will develop these communities. So in this category, I would like to invite the Acting Director for Rural Development and Innovation Hub as she comes to explain what this is all about and also announce the winners in this category. As she comes to the stage, let's appreciate her. And Desmond Tutu once said, do your little bit of good where you are. It's those little bits of good put together that overwhelm the world. So we are recognizing the little goods that they are doing. For if we were to combine them, you will see that the University of Limpopo indeed can find solutions for Africa.
Thank you, Program Director. Vice Chancellor, Professor Mokholong, and Principal of the University, Council members, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Teaching and Learning, Professor Madachi, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Research, Innovation and Partnerships, Professor Motiba, and all other protocol reserved. It's an honor for me tonight to award and to tell you a little bit about community engagement at the University of Limpopo. In short, and our Director Marketing Communication taught me that. He said, your answer must be in the first sentence. I'm going to try. What is community engagement? It is matching up those things that are important in the community. You can rate me after that, Victor, please. It is matching up the priorities of the community and at the same time provide student learning opportunities and research opportunities. As easy as that. I dare to say, and I know it's on dangerous grounds, but I dare to say that the University of Limpopo is a step ahead if I look at my compatriots at other universities in our understanding and our application of community engagement. And let me tell you quickly why. When we do any workshop, we start off and we say, colleagues, faculty members, how will you know that you are not going to waste your time and energy in this workshop today? And without exception, the priority that faculty member lists are how do we integrate community engagement with teaching and learning and research? Why is this so significant? When I came here 5 years ago, and I can guarantee you when you go to other universities, there's not a uniform understanding in spite of the fact that there's very clear CHE guidelines on this. They start with what is community engagement? Our people know and our faculty members know. They just want to know, okay guys, how are we going to do it? And that's a process. And that's a skill that we develop over time. Reaching this point can be attributed, and I want to single out two main role players, if I may, but it's not exhaustive. One is the very hard work, commitment, passion, and leadership for which we want to thank our previous director, our late Miss Alida van Dijk, who was taken from us much too soon. She laid the groundwork. And then, really most important is the unwavering support of our management, who enables us, but more than that, creates a context in this university that I have not seen at other universities where I work, for community engagement to excel. And as Alida would have said, we are standing on the shoulder of giants. With no further ado, I would like to announce the winners. There are two broad categories. One is the most established category, and for that, the scholar, faculty member, or team must have an ongoing integrated community engagement program for at least 3 years. And then there are the upcoming community engagement awards, and for that, at least 2 years. I would like for the, we will start with the best upcoming community engagement team in the faculty. The best upcoming, and for that, I would like to invite Professor Maotu to congratulate the members. I would also like to invite our DVC Research, Innovation and Partnerships to assist with the certificates, and most important, our VC, please, Professor Mokholong. Thank you. And the winner of this category is a team, and it's the team in the Faculty of Humanities, led by Dr. Malahlela, and it's the Department of Social Science and Education and Economic Management Education. The team members are Dr. Mhlangwini, Mr. Mushahwa, and Dr. Tsotse.
Best Upcoming Community Engagement Team in the Faculty. Community Engaged Integrated School Support Program. The project leader, Dr. Deborah Malahlela. Led by Dr. Deborah Malahlela, the Department of Social Science, Education and Economic Management, DSSEME, at the University of Limpopo, launched the School Integrated Support Project to improve grade 12 matric results in subjects such as accounting, business studies, and geography. The project, which began in 2022 in response to a call from the Morodumo circuit manager, has since expanded into additional circuits, including Dikgale, Mamabolo, Mutiba, Gakotlou, Mankweng, and Lebopo. What sets it apart is its collaboration with the circuit managers, school principals, and university students who serve as tutors.
I would like Professor Bopape, the acting executive dean of the Faculty of Health Sciences. This is for the best upcoming community engagement team in the university, and it goes to the Department of Nursing Science under the leadership of Professor Ramavoya, with her team members Professor Rasweswe and Dr. Kekhatla. Thank you.
Best Upcoming Community Engagement Team in the University. Ubuntu, HIV/AIDS, and TB Project. Project Leader, Prof. Irene Ramaboya, School of Healthcare Sciences. Led by Professor Irene Ramaboya from the School of Healthcare Sciences, the Ubuntu HIV/AIDS and TB project was launched after identifying critical gaps in understanding the treating of these diseases within the South African communities. Funded by the Health and Welfare Sector Education and Training Authority, the project collaborates with universities across South Africa to develop a training manual that integrates Ubuntu principles with health education. What sets this project apart is its strong commitment to community engagement. Targeting 160 nursing students and 141 community members, including healthcare workers and traditional leaders, it ensures that those on the front lines of patient care are equipped with vital knowledge. Model merges indigenous and biomedical knowledge, significantly improving healthcare access for individuals living with HIV/AIDS and TB.
Okay, thank you. right, our last and final award. I just want to note, if you can hear that there's a lot of team awards, and that tells you where we are with community engagement, it's a team approach. Albeit that it often starts with one member with a lot of commitment. Can I ask Professor Sawia from the Faculty of Science and Agriculture, maybe to can join us on the podium to congratulate your members. The best established community engagement team in the university goes to the Faculty of Science and Agriculture, the Center of Rural Community Empowerment for the Adopt the School program under the leadership of Dr. Andreas Nkwana. And bear with me, the team members. The team members, Professor Chikori, Dr. De Lange, Mr. Mashal, Professor Dao, Ms. Mngwena, Mr. Marais, the late Professor Letsualu, Dr. Nemutandani, excuse this Afrikaner, please, please. Mr. Gianni, Prof. Gunya, Dr. Taba, Dr. Baloy, Ms. Dolo, Mr. I.M. Letsualu, Mr. Ndwambi, and Ms. Nkuna. Thank you.
Best Established Community Engagement Team in the University Project, Adopt a School Program. Led by Dr. Andries Nkwana from the School of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, the Adopt a School program is a transformative initiative launched in 2017 to strengthen connections between the University of Limpopo and local schools. This multidisciplinary program involves faculty and postgraduate students from various fields, including agricultural economics and geography, working collaboratively with the Center for Rural Community Empowerment. Initially piloted at Mutimako and Ngwanalaka secondary schools, the program identifies and addresses critical challenges faced by educators and learners through tailored workshops and practical demonstrations. Vegetable garden serves as a hands-on educational tool for both students and small-scale farmers. By equipping teachers and learners with practical skills, the program aims to increase enrollment in agriculture and geography while building sustainable relationships with local schools and enhancing academic outcomes for future generations.
Thank you so much. Another round of applause, please. Thank you, Ms. Du Plessis. Indeed, teamwork makes the dream work. It's evident tonight as you emphasize the fact that these teams are doing wonders in the communities. Moving right along to the last category of the night, which is awarding excellence in research. I should mention that the University of Limpopo this year has received an award, or was honored for the award Focused Research Advancement Award, which is an accolade that is presented to universities of technology and historically disadvantaged institutions that have demonstrated significant growth in research productivity over the past 5 years. This deserves a round of applause. There's just one little part that I don't like about the classification of this, that it goes to historically disadvantaged universities. 65 years. I'm sure we need a new label now. I'm sure we need a new label. Maybe we need to research about it and write a paper and publish it and determine that we are no longer historically disadvantaged. How do we open the first medical school since 1994 and be disadvantaged? We have programs that really stand out, and the way they are so tailored, they address the actual realities of the world. That is why if you look at graduates from the University of Limpopo, they just go from the class to be leaders in their sectors. It's because of the relevance, the adaptability of this university. So our heritage should not define the future. We should rewrite this historically disadvantage. It's only that part that I don't agree with, but everything else, we accept the award. I would like to call the Director of Research, Administration and Development at the University, Dr. Tembingosi Mabila, to render the item of the last category for the night, which is the research category. Let's appreciate him as he comes to the stage. And I'm glad we have Ms. Joyce Mukobi, who's the Director of Research Development in the Office of the Premier in the province, which means they will pick some of more research that we have and partner with us and fund us, Doctor.
Thank you. It is a good night, and congratulations to all the winners that have already come past this stage. Vice Chancellor, Chair of Council, members of Council, Deputy Vice Chancellors, Executive Deans, Directors of Support. I see we have in our midst our Quality Assurance Director, Dr. Ngwepe, and our Marketing and Communications Director, Ntate Victor Homeswana. And thanks, Ntate Homeswana, for the leadership. This venue is very beautiful, and I'm sure the audience can agree. Directors of schools, and ladies and gentlemen, I greet you all this evening. I'm going to announce a few categories of our VC Excellence Awards in Research this evening. And as usual, I will start with the researchers that have earned what we refer to as a rating, NRF rating, National Research Foundation, which is one of the prestigious recognitions that any researcher can earn in South Africa. It is a program where ratings are allocated based on researchers' outputs, usually over a period of 8 years prior to the rating. And it is judged as perceived by your peers nationally and internationally through rigorous reviews. The rating system encourages researchers to publish high quality outputs in high impact journals. So in the past year, we've earned a number of ratings, taking us from around 2017, 12 rated researchers in the University of Limpopo to over 50 rated researchers in 2024. And Chairperson of Council would like to appreciate your support and the continuous leadership that you afford us through the Vice Chancellor, Professor Mahlomo Khalong. We are growing as a university. We are 65 years old. We are in a rural area, but we are not a rural university. So we have two major categories that I will announce: the C category as well as the Y category. The C category is researchers that are referred to as established researchers when rated. and they are regarded as having a sustained record of productivity in the field in which they are recognized. So obviously the C also has got subcategories in it. It could be C1, C2, and C3. And again, the Y is those that are rated to have a potential to establish themselves as researchers within a 5-year period after evaluation. So the task we have is that when they are immediately rated, we have to put our hands all on the deck, both the school directors, the heads of departments, the executive deans, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Research, Innovation and Partnerships, to make sure that we push them to get the highest rating they can achieve in the 5 years after their rating. So we do that, and I'm sure that today we'll recognize them and be able to add more support. So without any waste of time, I will start with this, and recognizing also that them and the awardees that I will call later to receive prizes, different value prizes, have been rated and have been evaluated in the past 8 years, and the awardees in terms of the categories where we're going to award prizes in the last 3 years, from 2021 to 2023. And we all know what was happening during 2021 and 2022 in the main. So I think it is befitting to borrow from one of the Disney World productions, which is referred to as Mulan, where a quote comes and says, "The flower that blooms in adversity is the most rare and beautiful of all." So today, I invite you to see the beautiful flowers that will be passing this stage and getting recognition for having worked hard during the hardest period of our lifetime, the COVID period. We can clap hands as they are about to come. As I said, I'll start with those that were rated, and I'll invite Professor Mawutu first, and to come and assist the Vice Chancellor. Vice Chancellor, please come back to the stage. As we give and award the certificates, I need to say that there is no prize money for these ones on the stage, but there is money already for them in the research office. Once you get rated, you have a dedicated cost center that is always having funds in it. So we don't have to show it here. We only see them when they go to the airport and go to the international conferences and everything. Vice Chancellor. Thank you very much, Executive Dean. You won't spend a long time, I can assure you. Thank you very much, Ntate Khumeswan. That's why you're always dressed smart. Let me invite Professor Hulu Nyane, who has been rated C2.
Kauleza is a South African song. It comes from the townships, locations, reservations, whichever, near the cities of South Africa, where all the black South Africans live. The children shout from the streets as they see police cars coming to raid their homes for one thing or
another. And the next one to follow is Professor Farai Mhlanga, who is also rated C2. Professor Mhlanga is the head of Department Mathematics and Applied Mathematics. And the next one, before I release Professor Mautu, it's Professor Peace Prince Mkonto, who is an associate professor in materials modeling.
And weary hearts deny. All I feel is my heartbeat, beating like beating with confusion.
As you know, the colleagues from materials modeling are frequent flyers. He is not around. Prof, thank you very much. Yes. Can I request Professor Suweya, and I can assure you, Prof, you are coming up yet for the last time tonight. Please come and assist the Vice Chancellor with the next few rated researchers. I think he is here. I saw him rated C2, and this is a re-rating. He was previously rated C2, and he's a full professor in psychology and the current research chair in mental health and society, Professor Tolini Sodi.
Listen for your call, listen for your heartbeat. Alone, my dream is just a dream, another false illusion, a shadow in the night. All I want is for our hearts to be beating just as one, to silence the confusion.
Thank you very much. Next in line is a professor of social security and labor law in the School of Law, rated C2, Professor Itumeleng Tuse.
There's a new tomorrow. My African dream is a dream that we can follow. And I will see my hope's illusion.
Thank you very much. Our next rated researcher, C2 NRF rating, is the winner of last year's Best University Researcher Award, also Associate Professor in the Department of Agricultural Economics and Animal Production, Professor Louis Jassy. Seems like he is also out there traveling. I did tell you that these guys travel quite a lot. Thank you very much, Professor Sweya. Indeed, I promised to not keep you long. Professor Bupape, please, this is your time now. I hope they are here. Can I invite the head of department for the Center for Rural Community Empowerment, C3 rated, Professor Elliot Zwane. Thank you very much. The next in line is Professor of Optometry, obviously the Department of Optometry, C2 rated, Professor Solani Matebula. It looks like he also has joined the travel crew. Thank you very much, Professor. That was all for you. Professor Sibanda, come and finish the floor. The Vice Chancellor will still be standing with me here. This year you got so many rated researchers, Professor, and we thank you for the leadership once more. Thanks, Professor Sibanda. I am sure a few of these ones are still here. Dr. Soleth Nkosi, Senior Lecturer in Physics, rated C3. I don't think he's here. And Dr. Z. Mnisi, Y2, rated. Dr. X.H. Makoba, rated C2. And last but not least, is a professor of microbiology. He is the current research professor in the Faculty of Science and Agriculture. He is none other than Professor Peter Masuku, rated C2. Thank you very much. Vice Chancellor, you will forgive me. You might still need to be here for a while. Yes. Please remain. I will try to be as fast as possible. The following awards that I will announce now have prizes. I will start with the awards in the schools. This year we don't have position 2. We have all of them coming as first position. I don't know how many there are, but we'll see. And then after I'll announce the best researchers in the different categories. First it will be the female, and then it will be the overall upcoming, and I will end with the best overall researcher in the university. So just quickly, the accolades that collectively the people I'm going to announce have earned, amongst others, are issues such as having more than 3 million of amazing grants in the university, prolific publications of over 40 articles across all of them, and they are committed to enhancing research output. Of course, I've just announced that some of them are rated, and those that also have quite a lot of international partnerships. And in saying this, I would like to acknowledge our colleagues from the international office. I think they are sitting right there, Vusi and the other colleagues. You can wave, this is part of your work. Morocco, Egypt, India, University of Göttingen, University of Kent, University of Southampton, University of Gambia, or the Gambia, Northwest University, Fort Hare, a lot of universities that are collaborating with us through these few people that will pass our stage here. Also, as I do that, I would like to acknowledge these guys who are sitting here. They are the staff from the research office. This is collectively our work colleagues. It's not a one-man show. So we really appreciate what you also do. Without any waste of time, I would like to invite Mayor Yvonne Mbane. She is one of the council members. She will come and assist the Vice Chancellor. I will also request our DVC Teaching and Learning, Professor Madaje. So, Mbane is chairing the ICT Committee of Council. So, if you've got problems with your laptops, maybe this is a chance. Colleagues, without any waste of time, can I announce the best researcher in the School of Social Sciences? First position, 10,000 rands, Professor S.F. Rapulu.
Dr. Silelo Frank Rapolo is an associate professor and head of the Department of Social Work in the School of Social Sciences, renowned for his groundbreaking research on child sexual abuse and its socio-cultural dimensions. His extensive experience as a social worker in Limpopo has informed his work, making him a leading authority in the field. Dr. Rapolo's research integrates insights from forensic social work within diverse South African contexts, including over 31 publications on topics such as migration and indigenous knowledge systems.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, Prof. Rapulu. Our next was Best Researcher in the School of Languages and Communication. First position, Professor Tebogo Kekana. He's here. I think I saw him.
Dr. Tebogo Kekana, head of the Department of Languages in the School of Languages and Communication Studies, is recognized as best researcher for his pioneering work in English for specific purposes, particularly in English and language policy development in higher education. His research promotes multilingualism and development of African languages.
Thank you very much, Professor Kekana. Our next in line is Best Researcher in the School of Medicine, General Surgery, Professor Buyan Mizu. I hope I pronounced you right. Okay, he's coming. And the price obviously is 10,000 rands for all these colleagues that are coming now.
Professor Maiza Bhutan, head of clinical unit in general surgery at Mankweng Hospital and associate professor in the School of Medicine at the University of Limpopo, is renowned for his contribution to medical research. His focus includes breast cancer, thyroid disorders, trauma, and general surgery. Notably, his chapter on the impact of COVID-19 on surgery at Mankweng has gained wide recognition. Professor Bhutan has presented at national and international conferences and published over 40 articles.
Thank you very much. Our next winner comes from the School of Education, Best Researcher First Position, Mr. MX Nchangase. I think he's not here. We will hand over to Professor Maruma after this.
Philosophy and
Then
psychology.
our next is Best Researcher in the School of Physical and Mineral Sciences, Dr. E. Mercado.
Dr. Edwin Mercado is a senior lecturer in the extended curriculum program, School of Physical and Mineral Sciences, specializing in analytical chemistry. Renowned for his innovative research on polymeric materials, particularly hydrogels, for wastewater treatment and biomedical applications, he is a leading figure in the field. His work on electrochemical hydrogen sensors, nanomedicine, and drug delivery addresses global challenges through cutting-edge science.
Thank you very much and congratulations, Dr. Mercado. Our next category is going to be the category which we refer to as the researcher with the largest external funding. This is the funds that have been received in the last 3 years combined. And the researcher that shows the highest amount amassed receives the prize of 10,000 rand and a certificate. And this time is none other than our director for the Global Change Center, which used to be known as the Risk and Vulnerability Science Center, Professor Kingsley Aisi.
Professor Kingsley Aisi has secured approximately 8.4 million in research grants over the past 3 years, making him the top funded researcher at the University of Limpopo. His work focuses on sustainable agriculture, agroforestry, and climate change adaptation, helping to strengthen farming and resilience in semi-arid regions such as Limpopo. He currently leads the Limpopo Living Landscapes project, funded by the German Federal Ministry of Education, which examines the ecological and cultural dynamics of the northern province Limpopo landscapes under the global change pressures. He also promotes climate-smart agriculture through community outreach and empowering local farmers with sustainable practices. Collaborating with international bodies such as the University of Gauteng and Food and Cultural Organization, Professor Aisi mentors students while advancing research that supports environmental sustainability and food security.
Thank you very much. Thanks, and thanks, Professor. May I quickly request our Chair of Council, Ntatene Folovodwe, to come up stage. No, it's just three. We are waiting for our Chair of Council.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Can we practice our hand clapping, colleagues? Let's see if we can really do it. Thank you very much. I'm going to announce the best overall female researcher in the university. This is a prize that comes with 10,000 rands. And this year it goes to the Faculty of Science and Agriculture. And it goes to the Agricultural Economics and Animal Production Department. And it is none other than Professor B. Gunya.
Associate Professor Busisiwa Ngunya is a leading expert in animal nutrition in the School of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. Her research focuses on improving farming methods and animal nutrition, contributing significantly to the field. With 23 published articles and her presentations at national and international conferences, her work has wide-reaching impact. Holding an NRF Y2 rating from the National Research Foundation, she has successfully supervised 43 students, including 8 masters and 35 honors candidates.
Thank you very much. Our next recipient tonight is in the category Best Overall Upcoming Researcher in the University. And it comes with a prize of 45,000 rands. And it goes to the Faculty of Science and Agriculture. And it is in the materials modeling, and it's none other than Professor R.S. Lidwaba.
Associate Professor Raisibe Sylvia Ledwaba is a leading expert in material science, specializing in advanced materials research and battery technologies. Her work focuses on energy storage solutions, including model and solid electrolytes for lithium-ion batteries. What sets Professor Ledwaba apart is her ability to connect cutting-edge research with the practical applications to address global challenges. At the Materials Modeling Center at the University of Limpopo, she supervises postgraduate students across various levels, fostering the next generation of scientists. Her research excellence is recognized through her NRF Tutuga Award and her role as a peer reviewer for the top-tier journals like Electrochemia Acta. Professor Ledwaba has successfully supervised 3 PhD, 7 masters, and 6 honors students, demonstrating her commitment to developing young researchers.
Congratulations, Professor Lidwaba. And our last award of the evening is the best overall researcher in the university. And he comes from the Faculty of Humanities. And he's coming from the Department of Cultural and Political Studies, Professor K.B. Shai.
Professor Kgothatso Shai is a leading researcher in international relations and African politics. His expertise in political science focuses on international politics, where he teaches and supervises many postgraduate students. Recognized for his research excellence, he received a Y2 National Research Foundation rating in January 2021, highlighting his contributions to knowledge in an African context. Professor Shai's mentoring track record is impressive, with 20 honors, 10 masters, and 8 PhD students successfully supervised. He fosters strong research partnerships with South African universities and international institutions, such as the University of Gambia. His collaborations with the universities like Northwest University and the University of Fort Hare have led to numerous impactful research outputs, as reflected in his Google Scholar profile.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Professor Shai. Thank you very much, Vice Chancellor. Thank you very much, Chairperson of Council. Ladies and gentlemen, that was all from me. Thank you very much. You have been a good audience.
Stand up, stand up, stand up.
just life, that's how it is. 'Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, oh, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions.
Thank you.
For the champions, stand up.
Thank you, Mr. DJ. Thank you, Dr. Mabila, for wrapping up the categories for this evening. May we give a hand to appreciate all of the winners in this category. The hands are saying a lot about a particular item. Let's please appreciate them. I know something is the energy, the ability to do work. We will get to that point. We are about to wrap up. And Dr. Mabila, I liked one thing that you said, that we are not a rural university. We are a university in a rural context. Maybe when we do our SWOT analysis, we must also put land there as a strength. Because when others run out of land, we are able to build a 4.5 bed residence on our land. We don't have to worry about where we are going to put it up. And also when we conduct research, our subjects, our respondents are just in our environs. While others will perhaps go to Marabastad, will go to other cities to look for people that they can interview in the research. So we are well placed to make the change that we are supposed to make. And allow me to invite the UL choristers to give us another symphony. And from there, we will have the last item on the agenda, which will be the vote of thanks by Professor Mutiba.
Too stiff tonight, but I believe now we're happy. We've received money, we've received certificates, and now we can jam to some music. And I'm quite almost sure that we know the song that I'm about to present. It's a love song in Swahili. Translated it means I love you, my dear. If I had money, which is a problem for now, I would marry you. So enjoy. Nakupenda malaika, malaika, nakupenda malaika. Ningekuwa mwaliwe, ningekuwa watata, nashimara mani sina we. Yes. ngashimwana varisi nawe ingekuwa malaika Kenjem. Malaika
I believe they will move with you after dinner.
Hallelujah.
They will have more energy to join you on stage and show some dance moves. All right, let's appreciate the Deputy Vice Chancellor for Research, Innovation and Partnerships, Professor Tebogo Mutiba, as she comes to the stage to render the last item, which is a vote of thanks.
River runs wide to the place, a place with fruit of life. This place in my dreams, this place is in my head all day. River, river runs wide.
Evening, colleagues, Vice Chancellor. When we were sitting there, Prof. Maudu said to us when we were ascending the stage that myself and Prof. Madaje were using papers and you are using an iPad. And, and I told her that as a university we chose multimodal. Chairperson of the University Council, Mr. Bandelani Nofolovodwe, esteemed council members in attendance, Vice Chancellor, Professor Mahlo Mokgalong and his executive management, current and past SRC, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues, distinguished guests, and our VC Excellence recipient, good evening. As we draw the curtains of this spectacular celebration of excellence, I'm both honored and thrilled to deliver the vote of thanks. It has been a day of overflowing with inspiration, laughter, and a few delightful surprises, and all who fed us with music, and also the UL choristers. I would like to say you really reminded us that academic excellence can indeed have a rhythm. Let's give a massive round of applause to our extraordinary Vice Chancellor and Principal, Professor Mahlo Mokgalong, for his insightful keynote address that not only brightened our path forward, but also instilled us with a healthy dosage of motivation. During this Excellence Award ceremony, Professor Mokgalong, I would like to indicate that your vision for our institution continues to ignite our passion for teaching, learning, community engagement, and a heartfelt thank you to our program director, Mr. Moses Murera, who guided us through this event with such loveliness and calmness. We thank you. Your ability to keep us engaged while occasionally tempting us to sing along with the choristers deserves a standing ovation. To our esteemed award recipients, you are the shining star of today's event. Your dedication and hard work are evident in every achievement, and your commitment to excellence inspires us. As we wrap up this fantastic celebration of excellence, I would like to thank my colleagues in executive management under the leadership of our own Vice Chancellor and Principal Mahlomo Khalong, that is Professor Richard Madadze, who is the Deputy Vice Chancellor Teaching and Learning, Professor Masha, who is the University Registrar, Prof. Pape, Executive Dean of the Faculty of Health Sciences, Prof. Mautu, Executive Dean of the Faculty of Humanities, I've not made a mistake, Professor Hlengani Siweya, who is the Executive Dean of the Faculty in the Sunshine, where history is made in front of our eyes, and Prof. Sibanda, who is the Executive Dean of the Faculty of Management and Law, Ms. Maseti Mamokhadi, who is our acting CFO, Dr. Mwebe, who is the Executive Director of Quality Assurance, and Dr. Mwebe. Please. Academic Planning and Quality Assurance. Mr. Victor Homweswan, who is the Executive Director of Marketing and Communications, Ms. Joyce Sikolo, who is the Executive Director of Strategy and Performance. I also like to extend a heartfelt vote of thanks, packed with gratitude, honor to Prof. Owens Chabaya, Ms. Kuzette Duplessis, and Dr. Tembinkosi Mabila for their efforts in making sure that this event is a success. Now, how could we forget our fabulous UL choristers under the guidance of Professor Matsibatlela? You brought not only entertainment, but also a sense of joy to us. Thank you very much for availing yourself when a need arises for your university. And it is much appreciated because your performance reminded us that excellence is also about creativity. Thank you for your beautiful melodies that have made this day even more memorable. SRC executive members of Alumni and Convocation, thanks for your support. I see Mr. Lekoko Nkadimeng. Thank you, sir, for supporting this event. To all our guests who took the time out for their busy schedule to join us tonight, thank you very much for your support. I want to thank the following people: the chairperson of Council, University Council, Mr. Nofolo Vodwe, members of council who are present here, that is Ms. Mbani, who is the chair of ICT Committee for Council, Advocate Bongo, who is a former president of Alumni and Convocation, member of council, Dr. Nuganeng, Ms. Bansi, who is a deputy chairperson of council and also chairperson of HR Committee of Council. Thank you very much for gracing this occasion, and it's much appreciated, and you deserve a round of applause. Lastly, let's express our gratitude to the behind-the-scenes heroes, the organizers, technical staff, and everyone else who worked tirelessly to make this event a success. You are the unsung champions of excellence, ensuring everything flowed smoothly. We owe you our deepest thanks. As we conclude, let us carry the spirit of excellence we have celebrated today into our future endeavors. May we continue to inspire each other, innovate boldly, and serve our communities with passion and purpose. Thank you, and here is to many more celebrations of excellence ahead.
I'm trying to hold my breath, let it stay this way, can't let this moment end. You set
you.
off a dream.
Thank you, Prof. Mutiba. You thanked everybody. I should also thank you for thanking us as we wrap up this evening. Tonight we celebrated excellence. So tomorrow, let's strive for even greater heights. So congratulations to all the winners in the categories. And we hope that your achievements that were honored tonight will ignite fire within you. Those of you who are supervisors, as you go out, you tell your students that, hey, don't forget the deadline. I know we are celebrating, but don't forget the deadline, you must submit. So, but just know excellence is not a destination. It is not the end. So it's a continuous journey, and you must keep pushing the boundaries. As you go and network, discuss those topics. I know someone has an idea that, hey, they say they are developing communities. I also want my community project to come to light. So let's exchange ideas. Let's keep on networking as we go. I just have an announcement about dinner. This is the proceeding. So for the booklet of the winners, it's going to be distributed to your tables. Those who do not have it yet, as you eat, it will be distributed to your tables. And the dinner will be served in the foyer where we had the red carpet. And the order is as follows: table 1 to table 4, as well as table